this is HEI Shipyards, and welcome to a systems design video. Let's get into it. Alrighty, well let's get into it pretty quick here. I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm used to making 30-minute long videos and writing books, so here we are. To keep things precise, let's talk about the paint system. The paint system has always been relatively limited in Space Engineers, but with a couple new things that we've seen lately, like the decals and the sticker system, moving across multiple texture blocks. So to explain a little bit, texture block is basically, I think it's 5 meter by 4 block, which is 10 meters. So a 5 by 10 or 5 by 15 meter like block of armor texture that happens all in one thing. So basically what you need to know is that the ability for them to put decal stickers, camouflage systems, and other type of textures over the current texture block that they have is now possible. At least I think it is. Here is a good example of another game that uses voxels doing it. This is From the Depths. From the Depths is one of my favorite games when it comes to more advanced building projects. The problem with From the Depths is that its overall game world is not exactly what I was looking for, although it's very, very fun. What you can see that I just did is I just applied a camouflage texture specifically to one material. Now that's important because that means that you're able to, let's say, paint one section of your ship pink and then one section of your ship blue and only affect the pink section. As you can see here in this little video that I made in From the Depths just a second ago, you can also select the secondary camo textures and also different material types. In this mode, you can actually select the color. So for example, on the little picture on there to the bottom right, if I selected only that teal color, I could apply that texture directly to that section of color. Alternatively, you can do the same exact thing to the pink and purple sections over there, as well as the orange. There's a lot of cool things that you can do with this system, and this is one of those systems that I'd really like to see in Space Engineers too, especially because the amount of color that you can really pull out of your ships now is a lot better. Even if we don't have the hex code color thingy-majigger, it works really well. So one of the other things that we can do with this is like this. Applying a flat texture or style across an entire grid. You can see that right now. So instead of having a full camouflage that applies across the whole grid or grid selection or color selection, you can make a full grid color scheme that is directly made in this kind of, I guess you could do like the little like audio or a UI screen that you can kind of drag the gradient from the front to the back of the ship and all this other stuff. That would be really cool. You can see right here that the transition point between the camo and the backside could be in a pixelated or block formatted format. And having a tool to be able to automatically do that, being able to load up automatic schemes and stuff like that locally so that you can just apply paint on the go would be really, really cool. Alright, so we're under 4 minutes now. Let's keep it clean. So, let's talk about a couple more minor tools and then a small message to Keen. So a couple other tools that I would like is a metalness slider, the ability to select specific block types. So for example, being able to select conveyors and all of the conveyors on the ship and being able to paint those or modify those in some way. That'd be a really awesome tool. So let's talk about the last couple things. Textures, texture changers, pattern application, decals would be cool because we have the new sticker system, surface finish changes like metalness, material appearance adjustments, so for example the skins, and then obviously the color replacement per the block type. Patterns and camouflages would be really cool too, like digital, desert, geometric, industrial, woodland, naval types, hazard striping, and then faction specific schemes. And that last one is probably one of the most pointed towards Keen. Keen is going to be working on a big story for Space Engineers 2 and being able to apply a faction-specific camo pattern, like in this way, even using a gradient or other things without needing to do it by hand, would also allow them to be able to build ships faster for those factions and then be very specific when you come across those factions. Keen has really wanted to kind of get you kind of closer to the ships that you're trying to fight, and I still don't 100% agree with that, but being able to identify a ship and its specific faction at a distance because of the paint pattern that's on it, or an enormous decal like a sticker that's on the side of the ship, would be really, really cool. And I think that that's the kind of things that, especially for a customization system, would be more important to the developers than it would be to the players, but it would also benefit the players significantly. And the creativity of Space Engineers player base is kind of dumb. I mean, we have fucking Dread making mechs in Space Engineers 2. We have the guy in Discord making a tank with just rotors, nothing else, just rotors, and it's just it's pretty incredible to see what other people are building. I mean, I made my the rotating hangar door thing for my ship, and I was pretty happy with that. But I mean, I'm not even on the same level as those other guys. Those guys are crazy, man. So good stuff, the community, and good stuff, Keen. Hope you guys like my proposal. Have a good one, guys.